Shalom, my friends. I couldn't wait to share this with you. A little chunk of gold I found. I was talking with my friend Scottie, and he told me, somebody had sent him a message about the rapture saying, if the rapture is true, then why didn't Yahshua ever mention it? Scottie says he did. So he was, Scottie was telling me this, and I says, what are you talking about? He says, John, chapter 11. Gold is a precious thing. You can hold a small nugget of it in your hand, and the first thing you notice is that it has a lot of weight for its size. Now, this is a small nugget in the Word, but boy, it has a lot of weight. I read from John 11 while Scottie was on the phone, and I still didn't see it. He had to point it out to me, and this happens all the time. There's so much in the Word that you can find new nuggets every day for all of eternity. I mean, they keep popping up. Usually, His Kodesh Spirit makes things jump out to me. But this time, he used Scottie. Now, Scottie did a video on this, and I'll have a link to it underneath this video. Go check it out, because he goes into a little more detail than I will here. I just wanted to share this with you because, the rapture, the harpazo, some people say they don't believe in the rapture because the word doesn't appear in the scriptures. You could say that's true. It doesn't appear in the English versions, but it originated in the Latin version, the Latin Vulgate, and that's where, it comes from. But most of our English translations are from the ancient Greek manuscripts, and there is the word harpazo. So, you can't say you don't believe in the rapture because the word doesn't appear, because then you'd have to say, well, I guess I believe in the harpazo because that word is there. And now you'll hear me using the word Netchatef, because that is the Aramaic Hebrew word that appears in the Aramaic version. But anyway, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 16 and 17 is one of the primary scriptures talking about the Netchatef, the rapture, where it says in chapter 4, verse 16 of 1 Thessalonians, it says, because the Master himself shall come down from the Shamayim with a shout, with the voice of a chief messenger, and with the trumpet of Elohim. And point number 1, hold on to this. The dead in Mashiach shall rise first. Verse 17, then we, the living who are left over, shall be caught away together with them, the dead who are raised up, in the clouds, to meet the Master in the air, and so so we shall always be with the Master. Okay, so 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 16 and 17 tells us that Yahshua comes in the clouds, blowing a trumpet of Elohim, not the trumpet of angels like you see in Revelation. And those who have died, believing in the Messiah, are going to be raised up, resurrected first. And then we who are still alive on that day will be taken up to meet those who were dead and have been brought to life, and we'll meet them up in the clouds. So now, listen to John, chapter 11. Yahshua is speaking. Martha asked him, she says, I know that, she's talking about Lazarus, that he's going to rise again in the resurrection at the last day. All right, now look at verse 25. Yahshua said to her, I am the resurrection and the Chai. Point number 1 again. He who believes in me, though he dies, he shall live. Verse 26, and everyone that is living and believing in me shall never die at all. Do you believe this? Now, I just went through that and I wasn't paying attention. In verse 25, he says, he who believes in me, though he dies, he shall live. In other words, all those who are dead in Mashiach shall be raised first. 1 Thessalonians 4. And then the next verse 26 in John, he says, and everyone that is living and believing in me shall never die at all. 1 Thessalonians 4, the second part. Those of us who are still alive shall be caught up to meet them, the ones who were dead and were raised up, in the air. Yahshua is painting the same picture. Why would he make these two statements? Number 1, he who believes in me, though he's dead, he's going to live. And then he repeats himself, talking about everyone that is not dead, but living and believing in me shall never die at all. Beautiful nugget of gold. If you're watching this and you aren't completely familiar with this whole subject, go to my channel. I have a playlist about the harpazo, aka the Rapture. There's a bunch of videos with pretty much everything I know about this subject there. Go and dig in. Shalom, my friends, and enjoy this nugget. Share it with your friends.